Değerli izleyiciler, bildiğiniz
Dear
gibi
viewers, as you know, the 29th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, COP29, for which Azerbaijan has been seriously preparing since the beginning of this year, has finally taken place. At the Baku Olympic Stadium, thousands of people had the opportunity to discuss ways to combat climate change. Officials from dozens of countries were also among the foreign guests who traveled to our country to participate in the event. One of them is our guest today. Our interlocutor is the Romanian Minister of Energy, Sebastian Ioan Bajuja. Thank you for accepting our offer and agreeing to be a guest on the officials program.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here in Baku. Congratulations for hosting COP29 and for really putting together a wonderful event.
Mr. Bajuja, what is Romania's main contribution to the international dialogue on sustainable development and energy transition in the framework of COP29? What are your expectations from these meetings?
When it comes to the energy transition, we have a very pragmatic approach. We believe the number one priority is energy security. The second priority is energy affordability or competitiveness for the economy. Third, we do want more green energy, but not by putting at a disadvantage the competitiveness of our economy or the security of our citizens. So we have continued to promote these messages. We have very important projects we've discussed on this occasion: the Green Corridor, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Romania, Hungary, nuclear reactors. We're going to sign a new contract for reactors 3 and 4 in Romania, and many, many others.
Mr. Bajuja, how does Romania plan to integrate COP29 solutions into its national energy policy, in particular when it comes to implementing renewable energy projects?
Like I said, I think it's important to promote the green transition, but at the same time stay realistic. And at the same time realize that the citizens expect of us to make their lives better, to create jobs, to create development. And so the green transition should not come at the expense of all these opportunities for our people. As a matter of fact, we're trying more and more to benefit from the opportunities of the green transition and investing around 25 billion euros in our energy system, in production, in the grid's modernization, but also in producing the equipments that we need for this transition. So batteries, solar panels. More and more we're providing grants from the government, from EU funds, to support new factories in the country. And I hope that will be a key priority for all of the countries participating, as it's not a wise idea to only depend on one or two providers globally for these types of components. At the same time, I think that storage is a key component, especially hydro-pumped storage. And last but not least, interconnections. So if we want a truly integrated market, at least in Europe, but with the Green Corridor, perhaps the market will be integrated with Central Asia as well, from the Caspian Sea to the Black Sea and further on to Central Europe. We need those interconnections. So we need to have wires crossing borders, and hence the energy will become cheaper, more secure, at the same time greener.
Mr. Bajuja, Azerbaijan and Romania have a rich history of diplomatic relations. As you know, in 1473, an alliance treaty was concluded. How do the relations built in the 15th century affect today the energy and in general economic cooperation between the two countries?
It's all about trust in international relations among nations. And the fact that we have a long shared history, the fact that Romania is the first EU country to have a strategic partnership with Azerbaijan, thanks to our current ambassador here in Baku, Mr. Soare. The fact that it was only our third strategic partner in the world after the US and the UK. All this is building, and now looking to the future, the great projects we have together, the Green Corridor, the LNG terminal, the entire energy cooperation is truly going to be very successful, I believe.
How do you assess the prospect of economic relations between the two countries? especially the potential for future energy partnership with Romania.
Necə görürsüz?
The most important project is the Green Corridor. It was launched in December 2022 in Bucharest. Heads of state from 4 countries came, including President Aliyev. Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, came. And so this very bold new initiative was launched, which is supposed to be the longest underwater cable in the entire world, cable under the Black Sea. And from Azerbaijan through Georgia, underneath the Black Sea, across Romania, across 800 kilometers, all the way through Hungary. And in this project, I think Azerbaijan and Romania play truly the key roles. Azerbaijan, because here is where it all starts, including the potential for energy generation and green energy production. Romania is the gateway to the EU market. So if back in the day they used to say, all roads lead to Rome, I hope now in Azerbaijan you will think all roads should lead to Romania.
Cənab Nazir, SOCAR-ın Rumuniyada 60
Mr. Bajuja, SOCAR has 69 petrol stations in Romania. This indicates high-level energy cooperation between the two countries. How do you assess SOCAR's role in Romania's energy market in the coming years?
SOCAR-ın rolunu necə qiymətləndirirsiniz?
SOCAR is one of the most serious companies in Romania today in the energy market. Of course, we have other partners from other countries, but when it comes to SOCAR, they are truly of their word. They keep their promises. They have invested in the country. They're extremely diligent about respecting tax obligations, legal obligations. So I hope their presence will expand significantly. And they're a brand very beloved by average Romanians. Even myself, I often fill my car with gas at SOCAR stations. So I hope we build on it. I hope they will also be more involved in perhaps refining oil products and bringing more oil products in bitumen production. There's a lot of opportunities in the country. And again, don't look at Romania just for our market, which is an important country, 20 million people, but look at it as a gateway to the entire EU market.
Azərbaycan və Rumıniyanın iştirakı ilə imzalanmış
How do you think the Romanian energy market will shape up in the future within the framework of the Strategic Partnership Agreement on Green Energy Development and Transmission?
Sizcə necə formalaşacaq?
Again, we're in a way in a similar point in our energy transition. Both countries still rely a bit on coal, on gas, especially obviously in Azerbaijan, but they're also investing in the green transition. So Romania, for instance, has signed contracts or has initiated 10,000 megawatts of solar and wind energy. Azerbaijan has similarly ambitious plans. As a matter of fact, through the Green Corridor, both Azerbaijan and Romania will be able to benefit from more green energy. And at the end of the day, the result of that partnership is about what we can deliver for our people. They have a very clear and simple expectation of us, and they have it every single day. Believe me, they call me, they email me, I have to go on TV in Romania and explain. They want their energy bills to be as low as possible in their homes. Our companies, our private sector, they all want low energy prices because that's at the core of competitiveness for a lot of our industry. And at the same time, and that's non-negotiable, they want the light bulb to turn on when we flip the switch. That's energy security. Without that, we have nothing. So I think those would be the main benefits of our partnership: energy security, energy competitiveness, and a bit more green energy in the long term.
Cənab Nazir, Rumıniyanın
Mr. Bajuja, how do you envisage Romania's renewable energy sector expansion, and how can cooperation with Azerbaijan support your energy goals?
məqsədlərinizi necə dəstəkləyə bilər?
So within my mandate, we've managed to access around 13 billion euros in funding. A lot of it is for green energy production, solar and wind. We have this year, by the end of this year, we will do the first auction for contracts for difference. That means that in a competitive procedure, investors come and they have a guaranteed fixed price for selling electricity for 15 years. So the state guarantees a very clear level, which means an investment becomes very attractive. We can work together on a common project in this sense. Romania is also the first country on the Black Sea to have a law for offshore wind development. By the end of next year, we should be doing the concessions for the areas that will have the windmills. I think Azerbaijan is moving as well to explore this potential. And last but not least, I think we have to work together to see how we can revitalize our industries to produce batteries, to produce solar panels, to produce windmill components. It's not very wise to always go to China to import these things. Of course, it's a good thing that China can provide at very competitive prices. But let's take the opportunity of multi-billion euro investments in the energy sectors to also grow up our local manufacturing.
Cənab Nazir Burduja, fikirlərinizə görə təşəkkür edirəm və biz bu məqsədlərin həyata keçirilməsini səbirsizliklə gözləyirik.
Thank you so much.